Hey guys, welcome back, and today we are talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2, everything we know and everything we have to look forward to. And so before we get this video started, I just want to show you guys my t-shirt that my dad made me. It's pretty cool. Pat's is coming soon. He had some issues with his screen, but he is back up and running, so Pat's shirt is, on its way to us. So I'm going to leave a link right here to go follow Collegiate Style on Facebook. That is my dad's screen printing business. Let me get that straight there. So go follow him, go like his stuff, and we will be sporting more apparel from him soon. So, ready? Want to get this video started?
All right, guys, so our first topic today is going to be all about the Starfighter Assault part of Star Wars Battlefront 2. There was a live stream for all of this gameplay on August 21st of 2017 at Gamescom over in Germany. So for the first part of this new game mode, there are 3 different phases that go on kind of similarly to the original Star Wars Battlefront, how they had the Battle of Scarif, how there were the different phases of that, except this one stays in space completely. The first one is to destroy Imperial defenses, obviously if you're part of the rebellion. So your first job is to take down satellites and take down light cruisers and things like that. And for the Imperials, their only job is to make sure that you don't.
Easy as that.
So, and the next phase is taking down the shields. So, and some of the gameplay that they had going on there, you got to fly inside of Star Destroyers and things like that with your X-Wing or your Y-Wing. And that looked pretty cool because all of the shield generators are all internal and things like that. So, takes a skilled pilot, which I am not. So for the last...
Yes, you are. You are way better at flying than I am. Whatever.
For the last phase, it is destroy what are called the power couplings, which is another piece of the Imperial Star Destroyers, and kind of difficult to tell where that part of the ship is located. However, your job is to blow them up.
Okay.
And once again, if you are part of the Empire, your job is to destroy the rebel ships that are trying to break apart your Star Destroyer fleet. So the next part, we'll talk about the different kinds of ships that you get to be for each side. Pretty basic, the common ships that most everybody is used to. For the Rebellion, you get to be X-Wing, Y-Wing, or A-Wing. So the X-Wing and the A-Wing are making their return from the original Star Wars Battlefront, and they're adding the Y-Wing as a bomber class. And for the Empire, the TIE Fighter and the TIE Interceptor are coming back, as well as adding the TIE Bomber. So they're adding a bomber class to the gameplay. A little bit of new stuff in the mix there.
What are these ones?
That right there are your hero class ships. So in this mode, instead of only having the Millennium Falcon and Slave 1, now they have added 2 new hero class ships to the mix. If you are fighting for the Empire, you get to fly around in Darth Maul's Scimitar ship.
That's so cool.
And it's cool looking, let me tell you. And your other hero class ship is Poe Dameron's Black One. So, and that one is also very cool. I can't wait to fly the Black One because Poe Dameron is one of my favorite characters from the new Star Wars.
That's so cool.
So, and that is all we have for the Starfighter Assault.
So in a single player mode, you get to play as the Inferno Squad leader, Iden
Versio.
that one. And I can't say it. But on here, Pat wrote, badass. So he told me that I'm allowed to do this one because she's a badass female. So I think he's trying to say something nice about me. But she is the leader of the Inferno Squad, and if you did watch the trailer or you didn't and you don't know what the Inferno Squad is, it says online that they are the Empire's extraordinary special operations team, and they complete missions that no one else can. So you start out in this gameplay mode by watching the Death Star 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, you're watching the Death Star 2 get blown up. And so right now, the Empire is in a very desperate moment. They just watched their super weapon explode. And so right now, what?
Again.
Yeah, again. And so the Inferno Squad is out to basically control rebels and like exterminate them because they just watched their super weapon get blown up and they weren't happy about it. So you get to play as Aiden and the Inferno Squad. So that's pretty exciting. And you play, I mean, this is right after the Death Star 2 gets blown up. So this squad is going against Han and Leia and Luke. So it's pretty exciting. So you're taking a different twist from the movies, and you get to play a different side. So
yep, and they
cool.
are said to be just as skilled as pilots as they are foot soldiers. So I'd say it's probably a safe bet that you will not only get to play as a foot soldier and a pilot in the single player mode.
So I'm all about a female lead. That is awesome and exciting for the Star Wars universe. So, alrighty.
So for one of our last topics today, we have some information on the multiplayer mode for Star Wars Battlefront 2, and it is occurring across all 3 eras of Star Wars. So you get to take fight in the Clone Wars, Kayla's favorite.
I love it.
The Rebellion, and the new fight against the First Order. So, and there was a little bit of information on some new classes of soldiers that they released. New classes are Assault, Heavy, Officers, and Specialists. So I can bet that the Assault or the Heavy is probably going to be my guy. Although they didn't really say what kind of guns will be exclusive to each class or anything like that. So, and we also have a list of the heroes that will be involved in the multiplayer mode. Kayla has the list right here.
All right, so some of them we already have been able to use in the first one, but I'm just going to read the list, so bear with me if you've already played these people. So we have Boba Fett, Han Solo, Leia, Luke, Bossk, Chewbacca, Darth Vader, the Emperor, Grievous, Iden, Kylo Ren, Lando, Maul, Phasma, Rey, and Yoda. So I know a few of those. I always really like to play the Rebellion, but there's a few of them there that I may have to turn to the dark side to play for sure. Okay, so the pre-order, since I couldn't say it last time, for the early beta access starts October 4th. Public access is October 6th, and the game releases on November 17th. So that's pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited to play this. Actually, I'm really excited to play this because the first Battlefront game was the first video game Pat and I really ever played together, because he would be playing video games all the time, and I would get so sick of him playing and like not paying attention to me. So I was like, you know what, Pat, can I play with you? And I think that he like,
I think my heart stopped.
I think he was just like, yeah, you can play. And I just remember like being like, fine, like if this is the way that me and you are gonna like hang out, then I'm gonna make sure that this is like, I'm gonna integrate myself into your nerdy world. And so yeah.
Within a week, she had her own controller.
And I'm better than him. He did. He bought me a controller, and but yeah, I just remember like you went to like the midnight release of this game, and I was so irritated. I was so irritated with him. I was like, what video game is so important to you that you would need to go to a midnight release? And I get it now. I want to go to this one. So, but yeah, we're super excited about this game. We hope other Star Wars fans, other fans of Battlefront. I know the first Battlefront got a lot of heat from some people, but I think this one's pretty cool. There's a lot to do. All three eras, a ton of new leaders, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this game.
Yeah, it seems like this one is going kind of back to its roots with the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 that came out on like PlayStation 2. So, and that game has been the dominant Star Wars game for a decade. So if they're getting back to what they did with that game, then I think that this one's going to be very successful as opposed to the most recent Star Wars Battlefront, which did receive a lot of heat from veteran players because there was so few activities and things like that. So if they're getting back to the original Star Wars Battlefront 2, then this game I believe will be very successful.
Yeah, and I think it incorporates a lot of different Star Wars. You know, Star Wars isn't just the originals now. There's so much to it. There's so much that people, you know, when they think of Star Wars, they don't just think of the originals. They think of kind of like everything that we've seen over the past years. So it's pretty exciting. I think we'll get some new Star Wars fans and some old to kind of come together and play this game. So I'm excited. And before we end this video, Pat wrote me notes on an envelope, and the best note of all says, all three eras, bichachos. I think that was my favorite part. Reading this, I was like, Pat, I will let you take more notes for these videos. Okay, and on that note,
keep your eyes up, Guardians. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
And we have our guest visitor.
And back to you, Nike. That is a good opinion. I agree.